Okay, everything looks good here, and okay then. So let's continue. So something you might have missed, but which is something I mentioned, is that there is a hole in one of the walls which has been blown open by some of the explosions that probably happened when the prince was assaulting the place, which means that you have a handy way in if you don't want to use the front door. There, I pinged it on the map, and you know, you could go in through there. Okay, just to make absolutely sure. Mads, you're here. Nietzsche said he can hear me, and you are still here,
Yeah.
Jackalor, right? Jackalor? Okay. Okay, so what do you guys want to do next? You are...
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Okay, you can sneak through the hole if you want. You can make a stealth roll. So, do you want to send one guy ahead to just peek in and report, or do you want to all just go in together using stealth? I mean, you could take up positions around the hole and have someone just peek their head in. Anyone want to volunteer?
What are your stealth rolls?
Bad.
I have 3 dice.
So you don't have any actual stealth, Nietzsche? It's stealth dex. Okay, Malik. Oh, you're very good, Malik. You could make a pretty good roll on that. Okay, so which way are you going? Are you gonna try and sneak in through the front door, or are you gonna take the hole in the wall? Okay, so you going through the hole. Fair enough. Sure, you can peek in first. It appears to be empty. I'll reveal the area to you in a second. It appears to be some sort of a common room where people can sit down and talk amongst themselves. It appears to be blasted. I mean, the couches, you can still sit on them, but there is some sign of debris and shrapnel and a few bullet holes here and there. Looks like some sort of fighting has happened here. Try it now. It was on top of the car, and that could have fucked things up. There is a set of icons on the upper left corner of the map. You need to click on the top one to select the Select Move tool. Yep. So, I'm not gonna make you roll stealth for every step you take, so you can just move in deeper using your 3 successes.
The hole in the wall is too convenient, according to me.
Well, I guess, but... I mean, you could try sneaking through the front door, I'm sure that would go better. Okay,
They won't be expecting it, since the dog didn't say anything.
I mean, you sit behind the couches. How long do you want to stay there? I mean, I assume you can have your shotgun out and just sit in ambush forever, but who knows when someone will walk in here. Alright, you're waiting for them. So, you have Auspex too, right? How long do you want to wait? Okay, nobody shows up. Seems clean. Yeah, it does kind of sound like I'm setting a trap and there are like half a dozen people with obfuscate 3 in there, but honestly, there aren't. I mean, you haven't just walked into a crossfire. Seriously, keep going, keep going. Just a little deeper in. Ah. Oh hey, Bacon just came online.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
So they visited or you all visited the Toreador and Bruges Elysiums. Malik managed to get dogshit all over his fancy suit. You introduced yourselves to the prince, and you have been sent to investigate a pack of Sabbat assholes messing around in the old Chantry. They managed to kill a dog that was guarding the place. They know that there is someone with obfuscate in there, and that there is a gangrel in there, which is part of the reason why they decided that the dog needed to die. And they know there are at least 3 or 4 Sabbat in there. So now they are stealthily trying to scout the place out, while you are busy watching the surroundings. So you can just take over your tokens, Bacon, and play on from here. Bronson did a heroic thing. He took a point of lethal damage from the dog's teeth in order to keep it from making a lot of noise while they butchered it. Also, incidentally, if anyone wants, you can roll appearance plus intimidation to see how badass you look.
Interesting.
Okay. Jack, or Serath rather, looks moderately badass, leaning against the wall in his trench coat. I assume you changed out of your fancy clothes.
Definitely.
Nietzsche doesn't look like a complete pussy hiding behind a couch with his shotgun. Actually, he kind of looks like he's in ambush. Anyone else want to see if they look cool? That would be 3 successes. Okay, the amount of I don't give a fuck, you're all noobs is just deafening. Bacon actually looks like the most awesome of you all. If you add a actually, you can set it up so that it automatically counts successes and filters out failures. What you need to do is write a roll command, then say 5d10, then greater than sign to set the difficulty. So, for example, 5d10 greater than 6. And if you add F1 at the end of it, you can filter out ones as failures, and it will automatically calculate it all out for you, Bacon. Or you can use the character sheet. Okay, so what do you want to do? Malik has currently snuck into the command room and is lying in ambush behind the couches with his shotgun.
Okay, I think I'll go down to the hole and wait for him to start moving on then.
I mean, you can take out a stake and prod him in the ass. It's perfectly presented to you. I'm sure he would appreciate it.
No, I don't think he would.
I mean, you don't have to do damage, you just give him a nudge. Meanwhile, Bronson has taken out a cigarette and is smoking by the entrance.
I'm watching if anyone is opening the door.
Okay, so you and Bronson are by the doors, watching them. Fair enough. And Chloe is just sitting in the car, looking scared, acting as a getaway driver. Chloe being the other ghoul. I mean, if you want, you can have left her at like the guest rooms. Okay then, so she's acting as a getaway driver. She's just biting her lip, looking worried. Her master has just vanished into the building. He has been in there for a long time, or so it seems. Hasn't come out yet. Anything could have happened to him. Bronson's too busy watching the door and he can't hear you anyway. Besides, he doesn't really give that much of a fuck. Oh, and the car by the door, that's not your car, that's someone else's. So you could say, while Malik is scouting, slash the tires or something. Just in case it's their car and it's their getaway vehicle. Or you could do some other things to it. Entirely up to you, but the car is at your mercy. Do you kill the car? Bronson leans around the corner and whispers at Sarath. Psst, hey, that door's kind of blasted. I think we can peek inside.
What door? The upper one or the lower one?
The upper one, you can see the lower one. What should I do?
I'll be going there.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on this one. Well, you have to go around. It's like 3 meters of fence. But whatever, you can just be there. No one's gonna ambush you as you walk around.
And stealth roll.
Okay, go ahead.
With willpower.
Okay, so that's 2 successes. The room looks empty. The room looks empty. It looks like it was some sort of a security checkpoint with a desk where a guard was probably sitting and or a secretary welcoming visitors to the Chantry and seeing what their business was. The room appears to be completely empty, other than a blasted desk. Looks like some sort of grenade went off in here as well.
I'll whisper to Bronson that the room is empty.
So what do we do? Do we go inside?
Can I look for tripwires?
You can certainly look for tripwires, perception alertness. It can be at difficulty 5 if you're using your heightened senses.
It's been on the entire time.
Yeah, just wait till a car with high beams comes around. Then it's gonna hurt.
That totally won't happen, right?
Totally. Make your roll. Okay, it looks like the room has just been, well, it's just been demolished. Looks like someone came through here SWAT style, just stormed the place, tossed in a grenade, went through here just quickly and efficiently cleaning out any sort of defense that was here. It just, well, you can tell that it was like a surgical strike. Well, based on your high perception, you can tell that, but you don't see any traps. The room is clear. There are some of the lights have been blasted by the grenade. It's relatively damaged, but certainly there's enough light to see by, and it's essentially an empty room. There's some electronic crap on the table that's been blasted again by the explosion. Mostly it's just a slightly damaged table and a lot of bullet and shrapnel holes.
I whispered to Bronson that he should stay there, and I check over here.
Okay, I'll stay here. Okay, so you move upwards then. Okay.
Yes.
You see another brick wall and a lot more fence. The fence isn't broken on this side. It looks like the assault came in through the main entrance and by whatever group rammed through the gates and blasted a hole in the wall there. Doesn't look like there is a way in here unless you're willing to climb the fence and risk these very sharp looking spikes on top of it.
I'm going to guess that would be lethal damage.
Probably yes. And the fence looks like it goes all the way around. It seems to be one of the basic security measures around the compound. With your high perception roll, I'm also gonna say that you notice that there are a few cameras on the outside of the building, but they are quite dead. They seem to be completely inactive and not a threat to you. But perhaps at some point in the future you might be able to reactivate them and repair the system if you survive this encounter and recover the location for your own use.
Ooh, future plans!
Well, if you survive, right? It'll probably just be Bronson that walks away from this. Right?
Nah, it'll all be fine.
Chloe will end up hunting neonates for her monthly blood fix. Okay, so what do the others do while Serath is checking out the front door?
I'm still waiting for a medic to move further in.
You would have noticed that the door at the front, like the second door, is also slightly damaged. You might be able to peek in through that if you're careful.
Yeah, but I'm not careful and I'm waiting for medic.
Okay, you can keep going. You roll 3 successes on your stealth roll. Through all the doors and walls, you're probably safe unless they're in the same room or you fuck up in some way and make a lot of noise. I mean, you could go into the front door and try and peek through the next door as well, Serath. If you want to
Well,
do it.
I'll be entering the room and staying behind the table.
Sure, you can do that, but you'll have a tough time looking through the door then, since, you know, you need to press your face up against it essentially to see much of anything.
This definitely smells of trap. But I'll do it.
Malik, do you move up to the door on your side of things? Okay, you want to make another perception roll on that, Serath?
Sure.
Okay, you're waiting there with your shotgun. So how are the guns distributed? I assume Bronson has a revolver and everyone except Malik has another revolver, and then Malik has his shotgun.
I have a revolver, but it's not drawn, so.
I don't have a gun.
I mean, the group bought 4 heavy revolvers, right? So everyone should be armed.
Except for me.
Okay. So, Bacon has a revolver. Bronson. So, I assume then that Bacon and Mads both have a revolver, and the ghouls then, right? Just so we know before we actually get into combat who has the weaponry.
It's not like the revolver matters that much, so.
Well, you know, okay, just we're gonna assume it's like that then. Okay, so perception roll, Serath.
So a standard 6 for difficulty.
Make it 5. You're still using your auspex.
Okay.
Okay, you can't see anyone from that angle, but it sounds like there is someone very close to the door. You can just hear leather scraping around the stone wall in the room. So there's someone in there.
How close, like?
Uh,
Very close or
couple of meters.
somewhat close?
I mean, he's not right on top of the door, but he's somewhat close, yes. Okay, there you go. You can see that cone as you carefully peek through the hole. It doesn't seem like he has noticed you since you're not making much noise and you rolled enough on your stealth not to fuck up stupidly. Malik,
I'll be.
you want to move up? Okay, you can certainly do that. No, no. We are gonna keep using the roll you made with your 3 successes. You still haven't been ambushed. Of what room? The one you're in? Or the next one? Well, it's essentially like a portable battering ram has been used on the door, breaking off the part that has the handle and the lock. So there's a small hole there, like, I don't know, 10-15 centimeters across, but it's not that big. You can't really see much from 2-3 meters away.
I'll be moving off the spot I'm on right now, if that works.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, you could stay there. When you eventually go in, you could just flank whoever moves to ambush Malik. I mean, response to his actions, I mean... Okay, so you two stay there, right? Okay, Sarat is going. What do the others do?
I follow Malik inside.
Okay.
I
This car
talked to...
is not ours, right?
Hmm? I mean,
The car.
you've spent like, I don't know, 3 minutes examining the Chantry. This hasn't taken that long. I mean, do you...
I was going to ask Raffaello to follow me. Or more like it, go to the door, the front door. Stealthily.
Sounds good.
Okay, roll your dexterity plus stealth then, please. It's not a botch, but you're not that stealthy. Still, you can probably make it to the front door without being detected, but you will probably be detected if you try to take up positions around, you know, on the inside, next to the central room. And since you didn't botch, you know that you're not being that stealthy and you should be careful. So you're just gonna stay
I'm
there?
going to look into...
Go ahead.
I'm going to look into a room where Karen and Malik are, and I'm going to whisper to Karen that there's a guy in the room above this one.
I nod back at him.
What do you say?
I nod back at you, like nod my head. Like indicating that I understood what you said.
Are you
And as I say,
are you whispering this, or can Malik hear it as well?
I'm whispering.
So Malik doesn't know.
If Malik still have heightened senses on, he might be able to listen.
And I'm going to tell Karen that she should tell Malik about this. And that we will be
You know,
and that we should...
if you get one success on perception alertness, I'm fine with you overhearing them. Since you are in the same room and you're not trying to avoid Malik hearing. Just to see if you're completely oblivious. Or if they actually decide to clue you in, you don't have to, but you can roll if you see to see if you overhear them if you want. You don't have to.
Well, I did tell Karen that she should tell you, so there shouldn't be any need for it.
Keep in mind there is another door over to the right side of the room. It looks like it might be some sort of a restroom. The sign on the door seems to indicate as much.
Well, Karen slowly moves up to Malik and whisper the same thing into his ear that I got from...
Did Karen make a stealth roll yet?
No, I'm sorry.
Please make one, just so we have some idea as to how noisy you're being while doing this. Don't trip over the couch,
I
please.
can tell you how noisy I am. Very. Yep.
Okay, so you probably shouldn't move any closer than this. Oh wait, no, you got a success. It's difficulty 6 on stealth.
Nope. I don't have it on stealth, so it's increased by 2.
Oh, it's increased by 2?
Yeah, since
Okay.
I don't have a dot in that skill.
Okay, fair enough. So, your multiple piercings and metal accessories jingle slightly as you move. You probably shouldn't move that much closer if there is a guy in there.
That's why I stayed as far back so far. But now I'm supposed to tell to Malik what's going on, so that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I was also going to tell you we were going to go in from the front door and attack the guy, ambush the guy there, but apparently you moved too early.
Apparently.
I mean, you're quiet enough that you can move up to both of them and probably whisper to them safely. I mean, they're both Tremere, they have Auspex 1, they'll be able to hear you, even if you're like really careful and quiet.
Okay. Well, I tell them of my plan. The plan is that they stay here and make sure that no one comes in from here and ambushes us, while I and Raffaello go from the front door and ambush the guy there. Does this work?
You know, you could send Karen up to the top with Raffaello, since they're both unstealthy, and you and Malik could take up positions right next to the door, since you're on a stealth roll today. You can just be completely unknown to your enemies while sitting there, whereas they will be detected sooner or later as they move inwards. I mean,
Makes sense.
you know, you could keep the quiet people in one room, make everyone else completely unaware of them.
I guess that. I was more thinking of stabbing the guy with my sword and silently so that nobody is alerted.
I wouldn't count on that working, but you can certainly try. I mean,
Nah.
if he is there, since that seems to be like a central room, that allows someone to keep an eye on both potential entrances. He's probably a guard, and he's probably paying at least some attention and positioned himself in a way that doesn't let him be ambushed that easily. Since he's not suicidal, right?
Makes sense. What is your dominate level 1 roll, Malik?
You know, that's a good idea. You can just command him to be quiet while you stab him. I mean, I will make rolls on behalf of some of the other vampires for perception at that case, but but dominate 1 is manipulation plus intimidation. How many dice do you get on that, he means?
Better than me. Let's leave it at that.
I think Raffaello had a pretty good dominate as well, since he invested into social skills quite a bit.
I got dominate 2.
Yeah, and you have 6 dice on the roll for the first level, so unless of course the guy in there has diablerized his way being Sabat to where you just don't have the generation to dominate him, of course.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had time for that, but it could have been a good conversion as embraced him in the first time.
What gen are you two?
Right side? Right side. Oh, you mean with the bathroom?
No, what generation are you guys?
11.
Yeah, Raffaello is probably the best guy to try this. I mean, you could just try to bluff your way in there, tell the guy in there that you're like a messenger from another pack or something. I mean, that might work. Or it might get you killed, you never know.
I was just against that.
I mean, all you need to do is get close enough while in a non-combat situation to dominate him, right? Hell, you have dominate too, you could really fuck with his head, right?
It's one fucking guy. Let's just move up, open the door, get in, dominate him, and if he doesn't work, kill him, and then move on.
Okay, so who wants to do what?
Karen should go to the front door.
Okay.
Right.
Just a second.
Are you sure I should be moving at all?
Bronson decides to peek in. It's not a botch, but he might have been heard. I'm gonna make a perception roll for the guy on guard. And nope, he does not notice that Bronson is there. He's too distracted thinking his own dark Sabbat thoughts. Not really, it's rather a small hall. Like I said, it's a wooden door that has been smashed open by a battering ram. It's mostly, essentially the part that has the handle has been ripped out. But Bronson's now up against the wall with his revolver and laying in ambush of the guy.
Right.
There are holes in the doors. There are holes in both doors leading inwards. They've both been handled by battering rams. It was a military-style operation. Someone with some proper tools and training was part of planning the storming of this Chantry, it seems.
Okay, well, we spent enough time here. I'm moving up to the door.
Yeah, Jackalor is happily predicting that Bronson will screw you all over with his impatient nature. You know, if if it turns out that you're right, I'll happily give you the willpower point. You will have earned it. That's perfectly fine. That's a very realistic prediction. Okay, so Karen, you can roll a perception alertness and see what's in the door, what's on the other side of the door, and what's in the room.
2 successes.
Okay, give me another stealth roll, or the guy might notice you peeking in through here.
1 success.
Okay, you managed to get away with it.
Okay, so there's one guy in there.
You see a few arms moving at the edge of your vision, maybe some feet stretching out as he's leaning against the wall. You don't see him completely, you just see like the edge of his body. There seems to be some broken and shattered glass walls next to that desk on the lower left corner of the room. Looks like it was a proper security booth, and maybe that's where the CCTV cameras were tied into.
Okay, but I can see the edge of his body, so I can put it on fire. Blur flame.
Okay. Or you could ask Senrath to do it since he's more powerful at it, but sure, torch him.
Nah, I can do it afterwards.
Okay, you're initiating combat. Roll for it.
Two successes on the low flame and then initiative.
2 successes, yes, you can hit him. He is on fire. So, initiative, right? Let's see. Now this, right. Raffaello, Bronson added. You figure out your initiative by rolling 1d10 and adding to that the rating you have in your wits and your dexterity. So just figure it out on your own and then just give me the values and I will add it in the order there. This first round won't count, but he does scream out in pain. And he takes a point of aggravated damage since he has no fortitude. Please set up your tokens so that the red bar shows your current blood level and the blue bar shows your current health level. Just so that I can see at a glance by clicking on the token just how damaged everyone is. Damn it, okay. I didn't actually have push to talk pushed, so you make sure that everyone rolls your initiative. You figure it out by rolling 1d10 and adding the number of dots you have in dexterity and wits. Also, this first attack counts as a surprise round. He takes a point of aggravated, and he screams out in pain. Everyone, including those on your side, hear it. There is probably gonna be questions asked at this point as to what the fuck is going on. Let me just figure out his initiative. God damn it. There we go. So let's just add everything up. Okay. 6, 8. 8 plus 7, that's 15. This guy may or may not have celerity, so he will have plenty of initiative.
I'm guessing that's the gangrel.
My fucking god. No, that's the Bruja.
Well, you don't know. It might be a gangrel, it might be something else. I mean, I guess it could be a city gang roll, but that would be bad for you, right? Okay, Bronson, Bronson, Bronson. Where the frack are you, Bronson? Okay, Bronson actually has a lot of dexterity and wit, so his initiative isn't completely sucky. Okay, I think I accidentally added the initiative that the goon had for Raffaello. So how much did you get, Raffaello, on your initiative? You rolled a 10 and you had some dots on top of that. So how much are you at? Okay, so you have 15. Roll 1d10 for a tiebreaker with the goon, since you have an equal rating then. Okay, so you go first. Alright. Okay, so the people who go last declare their actions first. So, Serath, what are you doing?
Can you reveal the door instead of leaving it a huge black void?
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry. You'll probably
Well,
have
first I
you'll probably have noticed that there are some sort of stairways leading downwards on the top part of the room, and when you look at the bottom part of the room, those will lead upwards. This looks like some sort of central hub for the Chantry.
well, I'm planning. How far can I move? First things first.
You can move half your jogging or running speed, which is 11 plus your dexterity, so I assume it's something like 14 tiles, but you can move up to half of that if you still want to take an action. So you can say move up 7 tiles, pushing your way through the door, which you won't have to open because it's already blasted. You just pushed open with your shoulder, and you can then take a shot, taking a few steps into the room if you want. For example, or torch the bastard.
Okay, I was planning on doing that.
Okay. Bronson will do much the same. He will move into the room and try to shoot an enemy. Malik, what's your action? Okay, so you're gonna move into the room and stay behind cover if you can while shooting the guy. Okay, fair enough. Karen, what is your action?
The question is, if I put him on fire again, does it extinguish the one already on him? Or does it take double damage, so to say?
No, you have to maintain it. He's wearing leather, and he might take another point of aggravated on his own, cause his shirt is now on fire and such. But he won't keep burning forever unless you keep adding blood to keep the fire going.
Okay, let me just check.
I would suggest against that, since I have 2 damage per round in my level 3 Tom.
Yeah, but you can do yours at the same time, so.
Yeah, I'll let you combine your powers. If that's what you want to do, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll just keep mine up then.
Okay, so the goon will, knowing that he's on fire, he will try to... well, first of all, I should roll perception to see if he even knows where it's coming from. But he wants to stab
He won't
repeatedly.
really know.
I mean, your eye's peeking through the door, right? He might
Yeah,
notice.
but it's like it appears on him. It doesn't come from me or something. So you might think, but he won't
Yeah,
know.
but he actually has met Sabat Tremere, so he knows how these things work in general terms. So let me just roll perception. What's his face? Okay, so hello, disposable minion. We hardly got to know you. Okay, 4 dice, 4 dice, 4 dice. You know, sure, we'll make it difficulty 8, cause... Nope, he noticed you. He will use his first action to try and move up to you, and then he will repeatedly stab you, using his 2 dots of celerity.
Who, me? Oh.
Yep, he's gonna go after Karen. He doesn't like being burned. Although, actually, to be fair, since you did put him on fire, I can roll Rotschrek as well. But he will spend a point of willpower on this as well, I think. Just because it makes sense for him to do that. So he will have at least 1 turn in your face. And he can, at the very least, stay in the fight for 4 turns, and by then he should be dead. So, there's that. Raffaello, what do you do? Okay, sure. So, since you're going first, you can just go ahead and do that. Okay, so you're using a revolver, right? Heavy revolver. So, dexterity firearms at difficulty 6, I think, since you are within 2 meters of him. So go ahead and roll to hit. Okay, roll 7 damage dice. Okay, let's see, that's 2 lethal damage, which he will of course attempt to soak. Okay, so he soaks 1 of it. He takes 1 lethal damage as you graze his temple and chunks of bone go flying everywhere. Can you see the blue bars above them?
Yes.
Okay, that's their health. And if you can put your own health and blood pool into your tokens so I can more easily see how damaged you are. Okay, so The Sabat asshole is gonna use his first turn to move up to Karen. He has a stake in hand and he's gonna be attacking you using that, you know, those with that using his celerity attacks, but that will happen after everyone else has moved. So now it's Karen's turn, and you just keep dodging him then, right? All you need is one success. The fire's already latched on, you just have to keep feeding it.
Wait, what?
I mean, you...
Do I have to roll again?
Well, that... I guess we could make it automatic if everyone wants to do it like that.
Yeah, because otherwise it's just like... Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Once the fire's latched on, you can maintain it with no effort as long as you keep spending blood. Fair enough. So he takes another point of aggravated.
Okay.
So, now since you wanted to move up to the guy and shoot him, I guess you two shoot him. Or rather Malik does, and Bronson gets just caught behind Raffaello. Sure, you can aim for the head, that's fine. Preferably say it beforehand, but in this case, sure. So shotgun to the head, obliterate him. That's your dexterity plus firearms at difficulty 6. Okay, he's probably fucked. Roll... that's 3 extra damage dice, so 11d6 for lethal damage. And make sure to mark off your ammo and such. I mean, there's still you, Jackal, right? You'll probably finish him off. Yeah, it's 11d6 at or rather, god damn it, 11d10. Yeah, I know I'm a noob at this, but 11d6, d10 at difficulty 6. Sorry. I know. I mean, he's probably dead. You want me to roll it, or... That's the command. You just add /R in front of it. Okay, so yeah, he's badly hurt. But he's still on his feet. He's down to... well, actually, I still need to roll his soak. He might survive this. Nope. I'm not gonna allow botches on soaks, because that would just be silly. I mean, taking extra damage, you would totally get screwed. Vampires are fragile enough as is, but he's down to 2 points of health. He's very badly fucked up. I think he's at mold now. Okay, so that was Bronson already tried to move into the room. It's Serath's turn. What do? You torch him?
Indeed.
Okay, roll for it. He's probably incapacitated. Yeah, that's probably a pretty sadistic thing. Okay.
And I auto-kill him.
Well, no, I'm gonna rule that he's in torpor. He took, what, 4 total of aggravated and 3 lethal? I mean, he's incapacitated, right? He's on the edge of passing out. If you shoot him one more time, he's gonna be in torpor, and you can eat him at your leisure.
Alright. I would like to eat from him. Just get my blood point up on full.
Well, there will no doubt be others coming. You might want to move into ambush positions into the next room. You're gonna have like one turn where you can move up and take positions before others start to arrive.
I'm taking 3 blood points from him.
Okay, you're busy spending your preparation turn biting him. What do the others do?
I move into position.
Alright, pick out
And
a appropriate position where you think
I
you'll
cover
get them.
behind. I take cover behind this desk.
Okay, you take cover behind the desk. Okay.
Reload your shotguns.
Bronson just moves into the corner and readies his gun where he can see all the doors.
You should take cover, Raffaello.
Okay, so I'm just gonna adjust the guy's blood pool. I mean, he's still awake. You didn't actually put him into torpor. He's incapacitated. But he is currently being drained. I mean, at this point he's way out of it, but... Okay, take cover near Serath, fine. You can just walk into the room over that guy if you want, Malik. There's no problem stepping over him. He's just moaning quietly on the floor now. Okay then. So...
Stab him, someone.
I mean, Karen's right there, right? She has a knife, or she can try to stake him. Not that it matters. He's in torpor. Next point of damage he takes anyway.
Yeah, well, I'll probably just kill him when I'm done or something.
I mean, you could test his blood. Who knows how low gent he is? You never found out.
In which case, someone would want to diablerize him, which would be bad. So, no.
Well, it's only bad if you get caught, according to the Lord.
According to the Lord.
I mean, you can test his blood as you're drinking him. I have no trouble letting you combine that. I mean, if you want.
Yeah, I don't really want to.
Right, okay, so I need to figure out the initiatives for the rest of these guys. Okay, that's 6.
I doubt he's lower gen
damn it.
than you, Malik.
Well, if you had used your aura perception on him, you would have noticed certain black streaks. So who knows how low he is.
Might have started at 14 or 15 even.
Might have. So that's 13. Okay, this guy. That's 5 on top of that. Whoops. So that's 14. Damn, I'm rolling good. Okay, 4 on that. Well, he's boned. Wits, dexterity, that's 6. So that's 10. Okay, so I have their
Totally.
things figured out. Apparently I'm rolling good on initiative today. Great. I'm gonna roll a tiebreaker for initiative with Sabbat Soldier 3 with Bronson. So the first one is gonna be for Bronson. Yep, Sabbat Soldier 3 goes first. So turns. Serath, what will you do? Bronson is on full health. He healed the 1 point of damage that he took from the dog because you gave him blood.
I'm waiting for someone to enter the room so I can torch them.
Alright, so you torch the first enemy you see. That about right?
Essentially.
Bronson is gonna do the same when he sees an enemy. He's gonna attempt a headshot. Okay, so Sabbat Soldier 3 is gonna do a thing you can't see. And Malik, what are you gonna do? Shoot on approach? Okay. Sabbat Soldier, what's his face, is gonna enter the room and he's gonna do a obtenuberation thing. And Sabbat Soldier, or rather Sabbat Lieutenant, is gonna try and go up the stairs and grow some claws. So Karen, what do you do? You've just drained 3 blood points from the guy. You can stab him, you can go in the room and leave him behind you with whatever blood and health he has, he can regenerate, or...
I'll stab him so he doesn't get up and attack us from behind at some point. And then I'll wait at the door.
Okay, so you're just gonna put him in torpor then?
I'll kill him.
Oh, you just cut his head off with the knife then? Or torch him?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, fair enough. Coup de grace.
Well, not torch him. I don't want to use blood.
Okay, so sure.
You could just leave him torpor, it would be totally fine.
I could.
He is still on the initiative. You know what? Just to be fair, we're gonna let him heal 1 point of lethal damage, just so he can try and crawl away from you. Actually, no. He's gonna heal 1 point of damage and he's gonna beg for his life. Raffaello. What do you do?